Good morning! Welcome back to a vlog. I'm Fleur, nice to meet you. And if you've been here before, welcome back. It is a Tuesday and I'm gonna check the time. It's currently 10 past 10 and I got ready, had a slow morning, didn't feel too great mentally. I have to say I woke up feeling a little bit sad, but I journaled for a bit, did my word search. I got a little French book to work a little bit on my French vocabulary again, and it's really nice. It's difficult because it's in a different language and I had to figure out how the puzzle itself worked. Like, do you do backwards words? Like, what's the direction we're going in, guys? Because they weren't really clear in their instructions. I completed my puzzle, I journaled, I got ready, and I'm gonna go to the library because I need to print out a shipping label and I need to do my taxes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I might go to a cafe to do my taxes. I'll have to see what the vibes are, but we are gonna go to the library. Also, I got my hair done. I showed it in the last vlog in a little clip, but I finally got my hair fixed. If you missed my last vlog, someone ruined my hair yet again. And I got a little shaggy haircut and some bangs. I was very nervous about getting bangs in the summer because I never do that. But every fall I will cut my bangs again, so we were just kind of like, let's just do it. And it's the first time in probably 15 years that someone other than me cut my bangs, and I love them because they're quite wispy and my natural side part, like my middle part, is nice as well because if it is windy or whatever, it just still looks nice. So I'm very happy with that. And if you also didn't know, I'm staying in the city for a while. This is Nijmegen, a city that I used to live in before I got all my health issues and I moved back to my parents. I'm subletting a studio now and I'm gonna stay at a friend's apartment after this. So I'm just spending the summer here and I'm really happy to be here. I've been seeing my friends every day when I can and it's just been lovely to soak up friend time. So maybe we'll hang out with a friend today. I have no idea. I have no other plans other than printing out a label and doing my taxes. I really decided to bring you along on the most boring day, but I hope that you don't mind. By the way, this is the outfit. Also, apartment tour. I'm not gonna show you around. I'm wearing my Crocs and I got this dress. It's a linen dress that I thrifted last year. My Jimmy Fairley tote bag, because I have to bring my laptop, and some silver jewelry that is from Vinted mostly. I am obsessed with this ring. I got my blush marks still on my hand. But we're not gonna look at that. And now we're gonna go. Alright guys, I'm back home and I ran into my old roommate while I was working. So we had coffee at the cafe that I was at. I saw him walking by and I texted him. And then he came walking back and we had coffee and it was so nice catching up because I hadn't seen him in a year probably that we've actually had a good conversation. And so yeah, it was lovely. I ran some errands and I got this Curl Friend styling cream because my hair dries wavy and I want to enhance that. I got a sea salt spray because I like that with this shaggy haircut. I had to get a USB-C cable, even though I have a bunch of them at home, which made me really sad that I had to buy one. But I didn't bring one. I brought one that goes into my laptop. So I've been charging my phone and my camera and my headphones and everything on through my laptop for a week. And now I got a normal charging cable. And then I got some hair ties and some clips for the bangs. And I actually used one of the hair ties today. So that's nice. I'm gonna make lunch. I have to hang up my laundry, do some tasks, and take a nap. Because this was a lot for me. And it's warm outside, so I really, really want to lay down. This has got to be the most random lunch I've ever made. It's cucumber, sun-dried tomato, grated carrot, and feta cheese. It's just I'm using up what I have. And when I buy these carrots, I never make it through a whole pack, so I'm trying to just add it to everything on a whole wheat tortilla. We're gonna see how it tastes. Woke up from my yoga nidra nap. I laid down for about 40 minutes. I do yoga nidra every day, every afternoon, and I wear headphones and an eye mask. It's like weighted slightly, so it helps you to close your eyes. And normally I fall into sleep or yoga nidra state. Today I didn't. My brain was very active, and I think it's because I just had a busy morning. And I had chatted a lot with my old roommate, and I was really just, my mind was just going really quickly. That did calm down, and my thoughts started to calm down. But usually when this happens and I feel very active in my mind, I just kind of let it be there and let the thoughts roam around in my head, because that means that I'm processing things. Before, when I would practice, I would kind of force myself, get back to the moment, as you would in a meditation, kind of. And it helps me more to just let the thoughts roam around and pop up when they do, and just kind of adjust my expectations for the practice. So I didn't sleep, but I did relax physically a lot, because there's usually a body scan in the practice, and that helps me calm my nervous system. However, usually, I end up drifting off, and this time I didn't. And then after 38 minutes, I really woke up and my system felt very active, and I just decided to go with that. So I had a weird nap-ish situation. I just laid down for a while, but it was still nice to have the peace and quiet and darkness and be horizontal for a bit, because I love being horizontal, what can I say? After I woke up, I did my laundry. I washed my sheets this morning, and I'm letting them dry in my housemate's room because she left. It dried pretty quickly. My pillows are already dry, so that's nice. So I'm waiting for that. And I'm just doing some other stuff around the house, but I thought I would have some tea. This is a chamomile tea. Even though it's really warm outside, I want a tea and a little tartlet, which has been a current obsession. And I don't have any plans for the afternoon. Also, nothing really on my to-do list other than finish doing my laundry and keeping the house slightly tidy. Tonight, my friends are having band practice, and I'm gonna watch. One of my old roommates is in a band with another one of my old roommates, but I lived with them in separate houses, so they got to know each other through, parties at the house and my birthday, I guess, and whatever. And they ended up in a band together, which is really fun. And also, how dare you have a relationship without me? But okay. So I'm gonna go watch them play tonight and practice, which I'm really, really excited about, because I love both of them. I love hanging out with them. They're hilarious. They're good musicians. And I love a little private concert, a little bit of live music. So I'm excited for that. And so I'm going to go on energy preservation mode, which means that I'm not really going to be leaving the house until then. It starts at 7 and it's, I think, 2:30/3 right now. Did I start watching Toy Story 2 during lunch? I did. And I'm probably going to continue watching that. Maybe play a little bit of Sims. Yeah, make some music myself. The world is my oyster. And I'm feeling pretty okay. I might take another nap or lay down later. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I need it. Maybe I'll do a shorter yoga nidra in a couple hours. I have no idea. It does really help me to do yoga nidra instead of just a nap, because normally it does help me calm my mind. It just depends on where I'm at. I'm trying to think of things that I had wanted to touch on or catch you up on. The only thing that I can think of is that I re-downloaded dating apps now that I'm here. I don't know if you remember, but a couple vlogs ago, I talked about how I was going through something with someone and I'm kind of recovering from someone. That was a 3-year situationship type of situation. Honestly, this person just really wasn't making time for me and willing to prioritize me in any way, shape, or form. And that's insulting. And we were also kind of friends, and now we're not. That hurt. And I'm kind of sick and tired of everyone wanting to do things super, super casually and not take any responsibility for another person's feelings whatsoever. I'm very fed up by that. I decided to go back on the apps because I do want to go on a date while I'm here in the city, you know, because it would be fun. And I'm a little bit more flexible and able to be spontaneous. But oh my god, it's the trenches, and every time I download the apps, I hate them more than I did, which I always think is impossible. I had one match on Hinge. One. We were having a good time and we were chatting and we were going to meet up, and then he asked about intentions and I was like, well, you're a stranger, I've never met you, so I just want to get to know you, I guess. But then it quickly became clear that he wasn't open to date and for anything serious whatsoever, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. But it does make me sad because I feel like it's such a common thing. Guys will give their disclaimers so early on, and I'm like, what happened to just letting things happen, letting things unfold, being surprised by life, you know, meeting each other and then seeing how you feel? Because I'm like, we've never met in person before, and now you're telling me you're not looking for anything serious, so you don't want to date me, don't want to date in general. I'm just like, dude, I mean, we could be sitting there at the cafe and after 5 minutes be like, haha, we have no connection, let's just go. You know what I mean? Or one person feels that. So I feel like it's way too soon. I feel like on the other hand, you know, it's good to get stuff like that out of the way, but I just miss that mindset in people of, you know, just being open to life and just surrendering to whatever happens and just letting it unfold. What happened to that? And then, I don't know, there are just a lot of weird people on the apps, and I'm like, no, I don't. No. And then I liked 2 people by accident on Bumble, and those ended up being my only matches. So that's been super, super fun. I love the app so much. Anyway, I'm a big proponent of meeting people in person, being offline as much as possible in general, you know. But I don't know, I'm not really going to a lot of places where I'm meeting people, and I'm currently, because I'm still kind of recovering from someone, I don't feel that confidence that I sometimes do feel of approaching a stranger or giving someone my number. I've definitely done that in the past. I did it not too long ago in a store, and he never texted me, but you gotta shoot your shot. And I'm a big proponent of that, but because I feel a little bit fragile and a bit shyer, I was like, I'm gonna start on the apps and dip my toes. But the water is freezing in there. So we're gonna see how it goes, but that was just my dating tea. The person that I'm recovering from does live in the city, and that makes me nervous sometimes of running into them, even though it'll probably be fine. It's never fun. It's nice to have physical distance, because it's confusing. So, yeah. Anyway, that was that. I have to get back to Toy Story 2. So, talk to you later. Currently 6. I made myself dinner. I was gonna make a pasta because I had all the ingredients, but I made pumpkin soup instead because my tummy hurts and that always freaks me out. So I'm doing a light dinner. I changed my outfit because I was sweating so much. I was considering taking an everything shower, but I was way too exhausted for that. So I just washed my armpits and changed my clothes. Then I laid down for another 15 minutes. I was super restless and I had a bit of anxiety. Then I decided to just get up and eat something because I do think it's good to eat. And I'm just gonna watch New Girl probably. I didn't continue watching Toy Story, I'll do that later, but I think it's a little bit too overstimulating for me, honestly. So I'm gonna chill for an hour and then I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, which I am really excited about. I gotta go, I'm running late. changed again because I like this better and it's still super hot. And I'm a little bit stressed and I still have a little bit of anxiety in my system. My stomach is being weird. But we're just gonna go, and if I have to go home in 10 minutes because it's a little too much, then that's what I'll do. It's 11 and I'm walking home and I'm gonna go to bed. It's past my bedtime. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time. Here's a forehead kiss. Bye.